Now, the clock is ticking for Jackson County legislators. They have to reach a deal before the end of the year on how to use $70 million from the American Rescue Plan Act. Fox 4's Lexi French covered the meeting this afternoon.
The Jackson County legislature has to come to an agreement on how to use that $70 million in ARPA funding by December 31st, or it could be forfeited back to the federal government. Jackson County legislator Manny Abarca was hoping that the public hearing Monday would move that process forward. American Rescue Plan Act, or ARPA money, can only be spent on things like fixing economic issues caused by the pandemic and infrastructure. Legislator Manny Abarca says in 2023 they started a grant application process where organizations applied and were approved for funding.
Went through a pretty rigorous process throughout the year, had third-party grading, had a transparent public hearing process then, and then kind of sat on hold as the leadership turned over at the beginning of this year. And so they've been waiting about a year to hear on whether or not they were going to be funded.
During the public hearing, leaders from nonprofits and community organizations like the Maddie Rhodes Center and Inglewood Arts explained how they would use the money.
Our organization and many others in this room that provide critical services to families and citizens of Jackson County are still feeling the impacts of COVID to this day. We urge you to find a compromise to get these final funds obligated before the end of 2024.
Additionally, speakers explained how the COVID-19 pandemic directly impacted their organizations and the need for ARPA money.
Throughout the pandemic, the needs of survivors have increased significantly. That increase has not stopped. In fact, last year alone, we had a 38% increase in the number of hospital advocacy responses.
At a meeting last week, the discussion about ARPA funds got heated between two groups of legislators who have differing ideas on how to use the money. In Kansas City, Lexi French, Fox 4, working for you.